Hello all, welcome in to another recipe from my collection on the Recipe Project. Today I am going to go for a recipe that I haven't had in my collection long, which is good. That means I really want to make it. So it is a Kentucky butter cake. I found this a couple years ago while trolling around on the internet. It popped up in my, I think, Facebook feed. So I said, you know what, I'm going to search that recipe, print it off, and put it in my collection, and I'm going to make it someday. So, Kentucky butter cake. So first thing is, of course, a mise en place, which I have all set up. And I also read the recipe. And we need to preheat our oven to 350, which is a standard. And it also says you can use a tube pan or a bundt pan. I can't find my tube pan. It is missing. It's somewhere here. So I am using a bundt pan, and it says that you need to grease it and flour it. So I greased it really good with spray, and then I put in flour and I spread that all around in there. And then we are going to now just get to our recipe here. We've done all the prep work and we are ready to go. Let's get mixing. Okay, first things first, our recipe wants us to cream our butter until it is light and fluffy. Anytime I use butter, I always try to cut it up into pieces. I don't know, it seems to me to work a little better than the whole stick in here. So I cut it up into little squares, and we're gonna get this cream in. Been 2 or 3 minutes, and it is light and fluffy, and I also did scrape down the sides of my bowl. Now it wants me to add eggs, 4 eggs, 1 at a time, beating after each addition. Okay, all 4 eggs are in there. Now it wants me to add my vanilla, which is 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Add 1 cup of flour. I'm going to turn it down. Now this recipe is going to be alternating wet and dry ingredients. So there was 3 cups of flour that are supposed to go in this total. It wanted me to separate out 1 cup of it and mix it in early on. So I have my flour, then my baking powder, which is 1 teaspoon, and my baking soda, half a teaspoon. Starting to form a dough here, a batter. And then my salt, which is going to be a half a teaspoon of salt. Get that in. Okay, half of my buttermilk. So I have a cup of buttermilk here. So it wants half of that to go in. So a half a cup. It's half of the buttermilk. Now I add in the rest of my flour. An other half of cup of buttermilk. Let me scrape down my sides and see what we have. All right, with my batter all together and the sides scraped off and my paddle as well, we're going to now add it to our pan. Try to get it evenly distributed around. Okay, I got it in my pan. I tried to evenly distribute it as much as possible. I also tried to scrape down the sides so it doesn't burn or turn really brown when it's in the oven. So this has to go into your preheated 350 degree oven for 55 to 65 minutes, or until a toothpick is inserted and it comes out clean. So I am going to put this in for 55 minutes and we will check back and see how it goes. It's been 55 minutes. Let's see what we have. Oh, looks just like the picture. Okay. Tester going in. You can already tell it's done just by looking at it. Okay, so this is all done. So we need to let this sit in the pan for 10 minutes. And while we're doing that, we are going to be making a butter sauce to pour on top of it. Move my pan over there. For all of you out there, you know what this is like. You got to pay Tetris, find places to put stuff. All right, so our butter sauce is going to be, let me get this on here. It is 3/4 cups of sugar, a 1/3 cup butter, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and 3 tablespoons of water. Okay, so I'm going to get my butter in, which is my 1/3 cup of butter first. Get that melting. Then I'm going to put in my sugar here. Again, that is 3/4 cup of sugar. 3 tablespoons of water. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And stir that up here. Okay, so I'm going to get this melting, and we'll come back when this is at 10 minutes and we'll turn it out and pour the butter sauce over. I waited 10 minutes and I prepared my butter sauce in the meantime. I took a knife and very gingerly went around the edges of my cake, trying not to scratch my cake pan. And we're going to see if we can turn this out. I cannot find my cake carrier, so I'm just going to use the bottom of a plastic Tupperware, so then I can just close the Tupperware on top of it. So let's see if we can get this turned out without any troubles. Let's hope. Oh. Okay, that came out really well. I'm very happy with that. So now it says to poke holes in it with a toothpick, because we're going to drizzle our butter sauce over the top, and that's going to soak into all our little holes that we're creating to make this cake really moist. Carefully drizzle it over. After drizzling my icing on very slowly, I let it sit for about another 10 minutes so it can soak in. So we are going to try this and see what we have. By the looks of the outside, it looks a little dark to me. So I would probably even reduce the time. Just by looking at it right now, the time it called for about 55 to 65 minutes. I would actually decrease that by 3 or 4 minutes, and then keep checking, maybe even 5 minutes. So 50 minutes, and then keep coming back. It looks a little dark on the outside. I make a lot of rum cakes so that they're similar to this, and the outside is always a little bit lighter, but it does look moist on the inside, and we do have that butter layer in here. See that? Okay, let me try it here. The outside is a little hard. That was a big piece. I'm going to try the outside. It's really good, but it does have a crust and that dark cake taste. So definitely do everything as it says. Cook for less time. I would start probably even looking at maybe 45 minutes than doing 5-minute increments. I think 55 was too long for this recipe. It still is good, but it's too long. Also, when you prepare your butter sauce, leave it in the pan, then drizzle it in there with the butter sauce while it's still in the pan. And instead of using a toothpick, use a wooden skewer or a metal skewer to make bigger holes. You want the bigger holes so it goes in deeper and it soaks into the cake more. Then wait 10 minutes, then flip it out and then let it cool, and you can eat it. That way your butter sauce, like I said, just gets throughout, and it adheres to even the sides of the cake, where this, all it did was it just pooled in the bottom, which isn't ideal. So it's a really good cake. Little crusty on the outside. The butter sauce does help a lot. I would make this again, but I would do a few of those changes. And also in the notes, it says you could take the water, so that 3 tablespoons of water that we added for the butter sauce, take that out, and you can put in, it says to replace it with rum or brandy. Now, I would even go as far as saying bourbon or whiskey, because it is a Kentucky butter cake, so I would even add that. But when you add the alcohol, you're going to add your sugar and your vanilla and your butter. Get that done together. Then you're going to pull it off the heat, add in your liquor, and then you're going to stir that up. And then you're going to pour that on your cake. Keep it in the pan. So again, this is a great recipe. A few tweaks that I would do. I noticed when I was reading the recipe that there was probably going to be a problem, and I knew the sauce was going to pool in the bottom. So probably a little less if I would have used a tube pan or Angel food pan, but I couldn't find mine. So this has more rounded edges. However, I wanted to make it so you guys could see what I was talking about, so that you could see maybe there is a better solution to this. So I hope you will make this, and you can make it your own by adding whatever kind of liquor or spirits you would like to add, or you can just go with a standard butter cake recipe, which is very good, and I'm going to enjoy it. I do wish there was a little more butter sauce that got into the cake, but it still is a delicious recipe, and with a couple of tweaks it can be great. So I do hope you make it. This is my little makeshift cake thing because I can't find mine. It just doesn't have a cute little handle on it, but it'll work. I hope to see you next time on my next installment and my next recipe from the Recipe Project. Have a great day.